Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
We become afraid to step into our light, to step into our truth, to step into our purpose because we're afraid of these tests. Because we're afraid of these tests. And what I want you to start doing is to say, bring it on. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of the Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And this is your last chance to get a ticket for my book tour if you live anywhere near Atlanta, Austin, or Chicago. There are still some tickets left, but this is your very last chance to go and grab tickets before the event, because by the time this comes out, I will basically be en route to Chicago. So Friday, I leave for Chicago to do the Chicago event on Saturday. Tuesday is the Austin event, and I cannot wait to see you there. And Thursday is Atlanta. So grab your friends. I have people driving from all over the place to come to the book tour. If you want to meet your like-minded tribe, this is exactly where you want to be. I'm telling you, if you are ready to go after your dreams, go after your goals, and you really want that support and you want to meet people and you want to leave ready for your goals and for the new year, You want to be in this room. Here's the deal, you guys. Throughout my life, the most important thing I've done is to get in the rooms with people who want to do the same thing, who are thinking in the same ways. Do what you need to do to get in this room if it's in your heart at all. It is a game changer, even if it's a challenge to get there. Game changing. We are going to have so much fun. Connect to you, connect to your soul, deepen your connection to yourself, to source, and to all of the amazing people in that room. I'm telling you, there's going to be magic that comes out of it, so don't miss it. You can go to atribecalledbliss.com right now to go grab your last minute tickets. So thank you guys so much for everybody who's coming. I can't wait to see you. It's literally the most fun thing. And this is something I'm so looking forward to right before the holidays to connect with all of you. So I will see you there. And today's quickie, I just got back from the Oprah Winfrey Cruise. So OMAG, HAL Cruises. So Holland America Cruises. And it was really the combination of taking an adventure and total immersion and completely getting outside of your bubble to go on the high seas and also do personal development and connecting to your tribe and connecting to yourself. So it was all things that I love to do on a cruise ship. You guys, it was amazing. I truly had just some of the most profound experiences. And I'll tell you, it's because so many of the people that were on board and who showed up at the sessions literally were not necessarily my exact demographic, and they offered so much insight and value. I took my assistant Evans with me on this trip, who was such an incredible help. And you know, I think the thing that surprised us the most is we had so many lunches and dinners with awesome, incredible human beings who just were maybe in their 50s, 60s, 70s, sometimes 80s, telling us their life story. And it blew us away because we are all the same. We are all the same. We all crave love. We all crave connection. We all want to be doing the things that are written on our soul. And there's certain things that stop us. And there was so much wisdom that came out of these beautiful meals with all of these people and just these connections in the hallway, or, you know, being on excursions with awesome ladies who are all friends who are in their 60s and 70s and telling us what made these friendships work. And I'll tell you that some of the big themes were that you are going to be tested. And that's what my quickie is about today, is that all of us are stopping, not all of us, a lot of us are stopping because of the tests that come with what you want to be doing in life. Whether it's just a hobby that you want to start, or whether it's that business that you want to begin, or whether it's that foundation that you want to start, or that dream that you want to chase and follow. It doesn't matter what it is. And please don't be ashamed of your dream, even if it's making ceramics or becoming a celebrity. None of that should ever be apologized for. If you could see in the grand scheme of life that everything that was given to you and that dream that's on your heart is there for you to chase for a reason. It's there for you to get. It's there for you to live into, because you are a part of a massive system, and it's so vital for you to play your role in order for everybody to show up in the way that they're meant to show up. So by you showing up and by you committing to that dream and that thing that you want to do, you're giving other people permission, and it's helping a system. We all need each other to live into whatever dream that is, even if you don't have one and you just want to be an amazing mother or amazing wife, or you really just want to help out in your community, or you want to be an amazing family member. This is all so vital. All of it is vital, but we get stopped by these tests. And I want to tell you right now that the bigger the vision that you have, the bigger the tests, for a reason. Because the bigger the vision you have, the bigger the responsibility on the other side. And who in the world are we to think that it's just going to be easy? I want you to think back to all of the things that you've ever learned in your life. And the biggest lessons don't come from the easiest things. Yes, they're enjoyable, but they're not coming from the easiest things. So I want to read a few quotes on tests, because throughout history, I was just reading Carolyn Miss's book, which is incredible, called Sacred Contracts. And I keep referring back to it because I really do believe that we all have a contract to fulfill in our lives, and other people play roles to fulfill contracts in our lives as well. And those contracts aren't always good. And in fact, if you can look throughout history at all of the main teachers and role models and spiritual teachers and guides, they all got tested at an extreme level. If you research Jesus, if you research Buddha, if you research Gandhi, they all got tested at extreme levels. And majority of these tests were from people who were close to them, right? Betrayals from people who were close to them, tests from family members, tests from people directly in their community, best friends. And there is a reason for that. It's because we would not learn from the people who are not close to us, right? We'd be like, oh, whatever, I'm going to write them off. When it's close to us, that's when we really have to dig deep. We have to have faith. We have to lean in. We have to pray. We have to trust. We have to surrender. And those are all of the things that your dreams are made of. Without trust, without faith, without surrender, you're never going to reach them. And unless you get extreme testing, you're not going to have to use those things. So this is from Lincoln Pats. Before the fruits of prosperity can come, the storms of life need to first bring the required rains of testing, which mixes with the seeds of wisdom to produce a mature harvest. Second quote. This is Sandra Bird. We should not, therefore, be afraid of testing others or of being tested ourselves. It is only by testing or being tested that we understand whether the substance or the person is as it appears to be or is merely masquerading. So if you want to know what you're made of, you'll lean in and you'll surrender and you'll accept that test with open arms. So I'm going to read a couple more quotes, but that's first what I want to say is we become afraid to step into our light, to step into our truth, to step into our purpose because we're afraid of these tests. Because we're afraid of these tests. And what I want you to start doing is to say, bring it on. Bring it on. Because you're not doing these alone. This is your faith practice, right? This is your faith practice. Lean in, surrender. Understand that feeling scared and not feeling good is a part of it. It's the human experience, but we don't get to test our faith and we don't get to actually use it and strengthen that muscle until we get these tests and say, oh my God, this feels awful. This feels terrible. I would give anything to offer this up, but I'm just going to sit in this fire. I'm going to sit in this fire because it's going to burn the old me away. It's going to burn the old idea of fear away, and I'm going to lean in. It's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay to give up, right? It's not okay to give up. Sit in it. Stay with it. I promise you, this is where your faith will come in, and it will all soon wash away. Time will definitely help you with this, and you'll be able to lean in and have that faith. So next quote. If you truly have faith in your convictions, then your conviction should be able to stand criticism and testing. So in the beginning, and this is Dashane Stokes, I believe, Dashane Stokes. And this is about really knowing that when you get convicted by what you believe, when you truly feel convicted by your message, you'll be able to stay in it. And you'll know that no matter what, if you choose to believe it, right? Because we can be like, oh my God, is this really how I feel? Choose to believe it. If you know in your gut that that initially is how you feel and that's your message, please stay in that choice, no matter what. Guess what? People will leave you. Friends will leave you. You will get criticized. And you keep going back and saying, do I know this to be my truth? Am I okay even if I don't have these people? Do I still know my truth and do I still have my faith? The only way faith can be tested is by extreme measures. And these tests aren't going to come all the time, one after another typically. And sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. But you have to learn how to support yourself. So this is a huge thing that I believe in. Don't resist the tests. Get ready for them, right? Don't resist them. Prepare for them. So if you know you have a huge test coming up in college or in high school or elementary school or wherever you're at, If you know you have a big test coming up, don't avoid it, right? You're going to stay stuck then. They're going to hold you back. You're never going to be able to pass it. Don't avoid it. Prepare for it. So I know that I have tests coming all the time. So what I do is I prepare for it with my support system. I prepare for it knowing that I need a conversation around whatever's coming. I prepare for it knowing that I have a soft place to land with the people in my life, with the books that I'm reading, with the podcasts I'm listening to. I prepare for it knowing that if I get tested, I'm still going to go on that walk in the morning. I prepare for it by knowing that I'm still going to make sure that I have self-care. I'm going to have good food in my house. I'm going to take care of myself mentally, emotionally, and physically. Don't resist it. Don't resist the test. Prepare for it. Don't resist the test. Prepare for it. It's how you pass. All right, one more quote. God will never tempt you. It's not in his nature. In fact, he promises to provide an escape route for every tempting situation. But I can promise you this, God will test your faith. And those tests won't get easier. They will get progressively harder as the stakes get higher. And those tests will undoubtedly revolve around what is most important to you. So that's Mark Batterson. And you guys, this is so true. And bring on the tests, because every test that you get strengthens you. Every heavy load that you have to carry only makes you stronger. And these tests are not forever. And the faster you take a test, the quicker you get done with it and the quicker you gain that strength. So remember that. Bring on the test. Prepare for the test. Don't resist the test. Know that everybody has testing anxiety and support yourself around the test. So I'm sending you guys so much love today, and bring it, right? Let that be your new mantra. Bring it. Bring it on. I'll learn how to prepare for it as I go. I'll learn how to better support myself. I'll learn how to lean in. I'll learn what it really means to have massive faith, to alter everything up, and to know that no matter what happens on the other side, I accept the worst case scenario because I know that I am connected to something so much bigger. Nothing can harm you that's earthly, you guys. That's what I want to get across to you. Lean in. Nothing earthly can truly harm you because you are a soul connected to something so much bigger. And you don't get to really understand that until you get these giant tests. And I'll tell you, tests have been flying at me. And I am just like full faith, leaning in, knowing that people historically have, let's just look at our time right now and say, you throw an event, 10 people show up, right? Or 0 people show up. You put out a program, 0 people show up. You don't get to test if this is really what you want to do or go back to the drawing board or lean in and have full surrender until you get something like that. It's all of the people who fall off and say, oh, maybe this wasn't meant for me. Oh, maybe my book sucked. Maybe I had so much criticism around different things. Here's the deal. You do not get to get better and you don't get the reward unless you keep showing up no matter what the result. Here's the thing. The dividing factor is the people who just give up because it didn't go their way or their comparison mode and they're thinking, why isn't this happening for me? Serve the people who show up, even if it's 1. Keep going, even if it's 0. All that does is help you refine what you're meant to do. I'm telling you, if you're throwing in the towel, if you're afraid, if you're not giving up, then I'm saying right now that you don't actually deserve and you're not ready for the things that come on the other side of these tests. So if you believe that this is in your heart, show up when there's only one. Serve at the highest level that you possibly can. And just know this is how it looks. I have no idea where people got the idea that it wasn't hard or that they wouldn't feel like a failure or that years of their life wouldn't suck and you'd question everything about what you're doing. Like, where did we get this idea? It's these highlight reels, right? It's going to be tough. Keep going. All of a sudden, one day you're going to show up and you're going to understand why those things happen to you. Because the bigger the mission and the bigger the reward, the bigger the responsibility and the bigger the test. Because that is how you know where your faith is at and where you need to lean in and where you need to go back to the drawing board and tweak and where you need to surrender. Stop controlling, start asking where you can let go and where you need to serve at your highest level the most. You guys tap into prayer, tap into meditation. It's the only way I survive. It's the only way I survive is to lean in and say, I surrender. This isn't looking how I want it to look. So how do you want it to look? How can I serve? How can I show up? And this is what I'm practicing today in the biggest way. So sending you guys so much love. I hope that wherever you're at, if you are being tested, please know I am sending you so much love and support, because I know what it feels like if you are being tested. Hang in there, stay in there, say a prayer, meditate, lean in, surrender, let go. Know that you are not alone in this boat and that something beautiful is coming your way. And it's right around the corner. And you can choose for that to be today, to really get back into gratitude, to say thank you for everything that I have, despite this not going my way. Thank you for using me. Thank you for these messages. Thank you for me being able to share this painful experience with other people later on so that they can know that they are not alone. So thank you guys so much for just being on this journey with me through highs and the lows, through hardly anyone showing up at events to people showing up at events to it doesn't matter if people show up now, still having events where I'm like, where is everybody? Are they coming? It doesn't ever end, you guys. It doesn't ever end. So much love to you today. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities.
You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at Kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.